Hello, my name is Joanna from Stretch for Strength, and today I will be showing you a hip flexor stretch that's an alternative to the core 4 that I normally give out. So today we will begin on our knees, and we'll start off in what would look like more of a typical hip flexor stretch or the couch stretch, but we're going to take that back the intensity a little bit, focus on movement, and focus on different adaptations you can make other than sitting in a position for super long. So we're going to start off on one knee, like I said. And the first thing we're going to do in order to target the hip flexor specifically is we're going to squeeze the glute of the supporting leg before we lunge forward or get movement side to side. The reason for that is if I don't squeeze my glute, sometimes the tendency is to lunge forward super far, but then I've completely blown past my hip flexors because my hips aren't square, and I've then gone to the inner thighs, which is not the intention of what we're trying to do. So I squeeze the glute of the supporting leg first, and that brings the hip forward a little bit more and gets more of a stretch through that area. And the first thing I'll do is, instead of going straight forward and holding it there, I will begin adding movement side to side. So I'll show you from the front. So I'm here, I've squeezed my glute, and I've moved forward a little bit, but then I move side to side in order to get more reaches of the fibers of the deep front net, because I'm not only stretching my hip flexors, I'm stretching more in that area throughout the fascial system, so I'm not trying to focus on if I feel it in the hip flexor or not. So I feel it a little bit more when I shift this way. Some of you might feel a little bit more when you shift this way. That's completely where you are at as an individual. And one thing I can do is I can also add my hand. So the hand of the hip flexor that you're stretching, I'm going to put it up overhead. I'm going to keep that movement going side to side, but then I'm going to add a little bit of a reach. So I'm going to reach this way as the hip goes out. Basically the opposite of whatever your hip's doing, your arm will do. And I'll show you from the side. So I've got that arm up. I'm creating movement side to side. And then I come out of a stretch a different way than I came in. I'm going to reassess, see if I can go a little bit further, and lunge further, adding that side to side movement, and now I'm feeling it more up. So you can add the arm, you can add more of a forward lunge, you can add or decrease intensity as needed for whatever works for you. But focus more on the movement side to side and other ways you can adapt the stretch rather than just plunging forward and holding it there for a long period of time. Hope this helps.